Okay, so I'm going to be walking through how to close the back of the head and add the nose to the front of the face. So first we're going to go ahead and get our daring needle put on our yarn tail. And we're essentially going to whip stitch in a circle, going into the outer loop of each stitch, just working your way around until this space is closed. We'll tie it off also just to hold this in place. So I'm gonna put this through, and I'm gonna take my daring needle and go through that just to add an extra safety knot here. Okay, and once your space is closed, you can just work your yarn back through the head and cut off the remaining excess. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add the nose to the black bear. I've already went ahead and cut off a small piece of yarn. This is definitely more than enough, but I always wanna make sure I have a little extra just for tying it off at the end. So I'm gonna add my daring needle. I think it helps to point the nose away from you just so you can see it from the top angle. And I'm gonna go in just the end here and pull this through. I'm gonna leave a pretty long yarn tail on this side because we're gonna use this to help knot and close it. So I'm gonna go back through, and this is really just the size and shape that you're wanting here. I usually add about maybe 4 pieces. Okay, so I want my nose a little bigger than this. And I'm just weaving through these stitches on the front of the snout here. Okay, so to finish this, I'm gonna take this yarn tail and I'm gonna move it over so my yarn is all on the same side. So I think one more piece here will make that nose complete. So I'm now gonna switch my daring needle from this yarn tail to this one. And I'm gonna loop this right in front, right where it's missing just kind of those extra pieces. And I'm gonna thread that through the outside of the face here. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna take this yarn and I want both of these yarn tails to come out of the same stitch because we're gonna be knotting them and working them back through the head. I'm gonna knot these, that way the nose doesn't come out of place. You wanna make sure that the nose is secure where it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go back through my same stitch and I'm just looking for the same stitch for my yarn. Okay, so these look like they're in the same one now. And you wanna make sure they're in the same stitch because you're gonna be knotting this and working it back through the head. If it's not in the same stitch, if these two are not coming out of the same single crochet stitch, then you're gonna end up with just a knot in the front of the face. But I'm gonna knot this. Again, that's holding that nose in place, so it's not gonna come undone. I'm gonna add both of these yarn tails to my daring needle and I'm gonna work them back through the head. Okay, so I'm gonna get these evened up. And I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna work it back through just like you would any other yarn tail. This one's just knotted and with 2 pieces. Try and keep as much stuffing in here as I can. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna just cut this. Okay, and that is what the bear head should look like once the back of the head is closed and the nose has been added.